there's no beach like Hampton Beach in New England. You know, it's the only, when you think about it, it's the only like true tourist beach in New England. It's trashy, but it's our trashy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to episode 241 of the On the Runs podcast. And it was an incredible birthday weekend for Six Star. Mama and Donnie Hamill flew in. The Goffstown Gallop was a huge success. Summertime is officially here, and it's getting hot out there for our afternoon runs. We got a wicked awesome guest on today's episode and so much more. But before we get to any of that, I must say hello to the birthday girl herself. Welcome to the 40s, Six Star. What's up?
What do you mean? I'm 29.
29?
Forever.
29?
Happy birthday, Schmidt. I'm 29, folks. What's up? 29?
I said that to somebody at so after I saw you, I had a nice little gathering at Spyglass. It was mostly my parents' friends, and they're like, "Oh, how old are you turning?" And I'm wearing the 40 sash that that Tara got me. I have like the crown, it says 40, and I go, "I'm 29." She believed me. I was like, yes.
Well,
if I can still pass, I'm all set.
Yeah, 40 is the new 30.
I'll take it.
I really think it is.
I feel
like,
great.
Like 40-year-olds when we were kids, like our parents when they're 40s, no offense, like we are not that.
Oh, no,
we
no.
are not that.
I feel like it's clothes and hairstyles that like are helping us. It works in our
Also,
favor.
like just care and knowledge and
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Yep. The
my
amount of fucks we
hairstyle is
have
in
to
right
give.
now too, so I'm doing pretty good. When I grew up, my dad had a mustache for the longest time, and I think didn't Donnie Hamill have one?
He still has. He's got like the
Yeah,
the whatchamacallit. It's not a Fu Manchu.
but like a goatee.
There you
Yeah,
go. It's a
but it's,
goatee. I
like,
thought it was something fancy.
He could still do the stash, but like I don't know. I picture him. A lot of people around Father's Day post pictures of like them as kids with their dads, and they all have these mustaches, like really good mustaches too.
It's like the Tom Selleck. Isn't that what it is? Like the big bushy Tom Selleck.
Exactly. They all
Yeah.
had the Tom Selleck. Yeah.
Yeah. That's 80s. It just screams 80s.
80s, early 90s. Yeah. So how
days.
was your birthday weekend? Let's dive in. I did not disappoint you, I hope.
Of course not. No, I had a wonderful weekend, and you helped. Everybody who showed up to the Gallop just made my day so special, and I cannot thank everybody enough. Like, I've got such a great community around me, yourself included. Like, you make me feel so loved, and like I can't wait to pay it forward. And just you guys are all amazing. I don't even know what to say.
Well, it was fun. I took Adeline to cheer camp in the morning, and then I drove to the top of the hill. And I'll tell you, I had this whole plan. I had the speaker, and I was going to play music, and I was going to drive in front of you playing Breaking a Sweat.
Oh, I
And
kind of
as
ruined your plan.
But as I'm setting the speaker up, I was like having second thoughts because there's a lot of people around, and I don't want to be that guy.
Oh.
And then as I get the speaker thinking, I'm just going to play some music and drive in front of you, then you run by me sooner than I expected because you said, screw my friends, screw party pace. What were you going for, like a world record or something?
No, I just, after like I was feeling a little off after Grandma's. Like, I was just like, I know I have so much more potential to give in myself, and I didn't perform the way I had hoped I would have. So I had talked to, like, I told Carolina about it. I told Tara about it. And I'm just like, I need to go for it. Like, just for me, I need to just see what I can do out there. Cause I've conquered this course. This was my 18th time, 18th year. So, I mean, well, technically 17, but I count 18 doing the Goffstown Gallop, even though they had a virtual one year. But I've run it so many times. I know this course. I know how bad it can suck. And I'm just like, I just need a little validation.
Right.
Like, turn 40, new age group. I don't know. What can I do? So I went for it.
I think it's okay because it wasn't like you had a group of a dozen people showed up to party pace with you. Because if you did, I would have been like, no, you got to hang out with the people who came for you. But the people who came, there was like 4, 5, 6, 7. And
yes,
they all ran their own race. Rachel and Tara ran together. It was funny. Someone made a comment. I think Rachel did like the side by side in the photos.
She just had to pick tall friends. I don't know what to tell her.
We are. When you take
We're all
pictures of
tall.
you, me, Lindsay, and Tara together, we look normal. When you put someone else in it, it's like we're monsters.
Oh my God. Her comment made me laugh so much. She was like, I swear I'm at least 5 feet tall. And we're like, well, we're on the the upper end of the 5
We're on
feet
the
there.
6 foot side. I just hit 6 feet. I think I technically
Ah.
went under 6 feet when I started to shave my head.
That hair counts, man.
Yeah, it did count. Now I'm 6 feet on a
Uh,
brand new pair of shoes. And after they get some miles on them, I'm back to 5'11" and 11 like 16ths or something.
Yep. I'm
Yeah.
5'9", but you know those UFOs that we just got not too long ago. Those add a couple inches to me. Like I
We
am
gotta
enormous.
shout out our friends UFOs, and
Yes,
in the
we do.
outro, we're definitely going to shout them out more because they're coming on as a product sponsor. Not a big deal. But thank you to UFOs. That's incredible. We'll talk about that later. Let's continue on your birthday. You then did go out, and it was nice
Yes.
that Shauna showed up to the gallop, and then she went
Yeah.
out with you after. And Danielle did a triathlon that morning, a sprint. Let's be fair. So she
Oh
had
no, she
time.
did the Olympic.
Oh, she did.
A little bit better than the sprint.
Nice.
Yeah.
But she still made it to Spyglass.
She did. She
So
did.
That was cool. So you had all your parents, friends, and then Shauna and Danielle. So
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It
And
was
then-
a nice small gathering, but beautiful day. It was hot in the morning for the race though, so
Yes.
it was we were roasting out there.
it was
And,
perfect to go in the lake if people wanted to. It
I wish
felt
I
like-
did, but I didn't.
Yeah, it felt like as huge as a success the Gallop was, the 47th annual.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as huge as it just didn't feel as big numbers wise as the year it was really hot and we all jumped in the lake.
That's true. I
Yeah.
feel like there was only I think pre-registered there were only 144, and in previous years we got it up to 250. So next year we'll make it even bigger, you guys.
There you go.
No
There you
no
go.
pressure because it's not on my birthday. It's just around my birthday.
Yeah.
You
Well-
guys can come or go. It's up to you.
You're going to be there. We know that.
Of course.
Could be a
of course.
marathon in Alaska, Antarctica, Great World Race. Could be any of those things. If it's on the Gallop, Eric will be at the Gallop.
I'm putting my foot down, you guys. This is my race. This is mine.
It's
So,
world major worthy, some might say.
I mean,
Which-
call it
which-
nostalgia, call it whatever you want. It's my
Well-
hometown comfort race.
Well, I say that because we had some rankings. I went to the Salem Run Club and I was running next to, I think it was Leanna, one of the founders of the Run Club. And she's like, I ran all 3. I was like, hold on. Can I take out my phone and can you rank them?
You
Not
always have
knowing
to be
what
like,
number she was going to
D6
give.
star. Well,
Yeah, I did not
I've
know.
I've said it before. I love Chicago mostly because that's the city I like to visit the most. It's very walkable. You can see a lot of things. I don't
Keep
know. I
changing your
just enjoy
reasons.
it so much. So,
Hey, she said the food in
course is
Chicago is
awesome.
number 1.
oh, it's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never have a bad experience there. So it's just,
Yeah.
I feel like it takes a lot more effort in New York City if you want to go to different places. You got to get on the subway and yada yada, and everywhere else is just walkable.
Yep.
So
Nope. New York, I thought was too big as far as everything was
It's
spread out.
big. It's very big.
But speaking of not a bad experience, I
Mhm.
had an amazing experience at the Salem Run Club. I finally made one. You were doing your birthday baseball game. We should talk. You go to a baseball game every year for your
Mhm.
birthday and then the Puritan back room. But I went to the Salem Run Club and you got to come check this out. This
can't
is-
wait. Next
Dude,
time.
I'm telling you, this is fun for me right now, and it'll be fun for you, me, Tara. Frank was there from Back in Action.
Mhm.
Steve 305 was there. This would be a blast for our crew and our age group. It's also amazing if you're single. Let me tell you
Oh.
guys, if you're single, this is the spot to be, guys and girls. And what a cool community they built there. And I thought this run club was brand new, started this year. Apparently not. In August, they'll be 3 years old, and they're hoping to do a big 3rd year anniversary on one of the Thursdays.
Way. I had no idea.
So-
Well,
so-
count me in, man. Count me in.
Well, you
Say
need to
less.
come before because I want to.
Mhm.
I want to paint the picture for you. Imagine this beautiful outdoor, Sam Adams not dining, but just socializing area.
Okay.
Bunch of picnic tables and a bar, then a food truck to the side. Super social. They would love for us to do this, and I want to do it. And this is just for us to do a real episode. Just put 4 microphones down at one of these picnic tables and have people come in and out. But I
I'm
need
in.
you to come and see this before. Because I think you need to see it to be oh yeah, this is going to be just so much fun with all the background ambiance. And so they're hoping to do a big event for the 3rd year
Mhm.
anniversary in August. I think it'll be it'll end up being the Thursday before you go to Sydney.
All right. I will
Because
save the date.
Thursday, the Thursday before that, is the Delta Dental Elliott 5K.
I feel like that's 2/3. Is it the Delta Dental or the Elliott? Delta Dental
It's the
Elliott.
Delta Dental Elliott.
Keeps
That's on a
changing.
Thursday.
Yes,
The
that is
following
early.
Thursday, I think, will be the 3rd-year party. And then the next week, like 3 days later, you fly to Australia.
Oh, I leave on the 24th. That feels like a couple of weeks in between. Either way, I digress. I'm there.
I got a calendar. We have a calendar. You should view the calendar and the show notes.
I'm
These are
trying to
things
look at
we
it
are
right
trying to
now.
get you to do.
I'm
And
trying to
email the
do it
guest
right
after.
now.
And you should email this guest a day after the episode drops because he is wicked awesome. 6-star. Who do we have on the podcast today?
My apologies, Zach Remi, for dropping the ball and not emailing you sooner. But we were so excited to get a chance to chat with you. Not only are you amazing on social media, but finding out that you are a runner and you do all those awesome mountain races, I think that is incredibly cool. I'm so glad we got to talk about it. And I can't wait for our listeners to check it out.
This is my kind of guy. He skis, but he also runs up mountains for fun.
He is just like you. He takes like the off season and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this instead. And all the kudos to you guys.
Yeah, and my favorite part of this whole thing is you wouldn't know this, but he never had a smartphone until COVID.
I mean,
and for
that
some
takes
reason, he's like,
some
he finally had to
skill.
convert. He used a flip phone like 4 years ago, guys. So, and then all of a
I love
sudden, he's the New England dad we all know and love. So, guys, enjoy Zach Remi, the New England dad, on the On the Runs podcast, and we'll see you on the other side. Our next guest on the pod is a wannabe farmer who loves to make us all laugh with his wicked awesome New England content. Many of you know him as our own New England dad, but he's also an amazing dad of 3, a skier, a runner, and he loves the outdoors just as much as us. He's also from the greatest state in the world, New Hampshire. Needless to say, we are wicked excited to have Zach Remi to the On the Runs podcast. What's up, dude?
How we doing? I'm also wicked excited, guys. Thanks for having me.
He's like,
it's nice to have somebody who actually knows how to use the word wicked with the accent and everything.
he's like, Eric, get through one of these intros, man. It's been so
You did
long.
great. You did great.
Dude, I'm wicked pumped because I've been following you for a long time, and doing
Thank
my
you.
research, I realized we're neighbors. Not today, but we grew up neighbors. I grew up in Sandown. You grew up in Kingston.
Yeah. So you went to Timberlane?
I went to Timberlane, class of
Nice.
04.
I was class of 04 at Sanborn.
Yeah.
I bet we knew some of the same people, I'm sure.
Not only that, I was curious as I'm mowing the lawn today, prepping for the show in my head, and I'm thinking, like, I got to write this stuff down. But did you ever go to Camp Lincoln?
Oh, yeah. Well, like once I did. We used to go there for like events and stuff, but my parents, we didn't really go to camp much. But yes, I mean, I grew up down the street from it, basically.
I was thinking, we had to probably be in the same cabin or something if we both went to camp.
Yeah.
We're the same age.
Was it an overnight camp?
It was a day camp, like the bus.
Okay, yeah,
would come to
that's what I
Sandown.
thought. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, little YMCA
Gotcha.
camp, Erica.
Yes.
That I don't
you
know
guys
if
had
they
more
have.
fun than me. Goffstown didn't do shit.
Yeah, but you're a New England guy, not born and raised in Kingston, but grew up there, right?
Well, yeah, I was born in Haverhill, technically, at the old Hale Hospital. Were you born and raised in Sandown? We're getting into the nitty gritty here.
I was not born in a farm in Sandown. No, so a lot of us, Erica's not included, but a lot of, I feel, New Hampshire transplants come from just south in Mass. We're all Massholes. Our
Yes,
parents are
yeah.
all Massholes. So my dad's actually from Gloucester. He's a Gloucester.
Oh
man.
yeah, I taught in Gloucester for a few years.
Yeah, you're a teacher too. But I was born in the best city of Boston, and a couple years in Raleigh, and then we moved to Sandown and had a great time. So my parents are still there, love it, and we could
Nice.
probably Tom Brady could throw a football from my house in Sandown probably to Kingston. That's how close. So
Yes,
Not
yeah.
too shabby.
I have a bunch of friends who live in Sandown now. It's growing.
yeah,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Erica, you're not from New Hampshire?
No, I am, but just not that part of New Hampshire. I grew up
Oh,
in
you're from Goffstown,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
My wife's from Manchester.
Okay, so yeah, that's just what more north than you guys, and
Yeah.
you guys are more Seacoasty, a little bit closer. That
Yeah. I grew up going more into Mass than she was like a more classic went up to, the mountains and stuff. I was more like went into Mass for all my things that we needed. Went to the beach more, that type of upbringing. Hampton Beach a lot, especially as a
Oh,
teenager.
Hampton.
Yeah.
The place
Yeah.
to
Wasn't
be.
that far a drive. Was she
Yeah.
the one who got you into the outdoors as much as you are? Because you weren't that way as a kid, were you? You're more just like an athlete, maybe. Would you call
Yeah,
yourself a jock?
yeah, I was definitely like I played sports growing up. Never like really ran at all. My dog, I would say my dog, like we liked hiking, like we kind of both, but my dog is really like what got me into like spending a lot of time on my feet. And
That's
now
pretty
he's
cool.
and now he's 13, so it's kind of sad because
Oh.
he's staying home now and I'm still out there, and so that's kind of bittersweet. But
Aw. Usually around like you get the peer pressure from your friends, your family to get out and do stuff, but we don't usually hear that your pet is getting you out
yeah,
to be on your feet and enjoying outdoors. So this is kind of
yeah, well,
refreshing.
he's a husky, and at the time
Oh.
when we got him, we were in Salem, Mass, in like an apartment. So I just like felt the obligation to like get him out and get him exercise, and then I just started running, and then picked up more hiking in the mountains and stuff, and
Mm.
so and now I just love to do it on my own.
The dog, what was the story then behind that? Was someone like, you got to get your dog out, or were you like, I got to get my dog out? What will we do? Because in Haverhill, because I would run cross country at Timberlane, we
Yeah.
always went to Haverhill. And is there a place called, is it like Winnie Kinney Castle
Yeah.
Park?
Yeah.
We always did those trails, and that's where I took my dog when I had her as a puppy to start.
Yeah, yeah, those are great trails. Yeah, we actually were living in, like, Salem, Mass, and Beverly at the time. So it was just kinda like, yeah, knowing that if I wanted this dog that I had to exercise him a lot, and then I just, like, grew to kinda love it, and that was, over 10 years ago, so
Oh wow. Well, all I know from seeing some of your social media, which is awesome by the way, you
Oh,
do
thanks.
some of the crazy mountain races up in New Hampshire.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm, like, with the 603 group, like, in
Mm.
Sunapee, and, like, every Tuesday, like, we run the mountain, so and they've been doing it more than I have lately because 'cause I've been the past year ever since we had our 3rd kid, I've been, like, on my own schedule, so but I'm trying to
Mhm.
get back into, like, a normal routine,
It's such
so
a balance, dude.
it
It's me
is,
right
yeah,
now.
I was good for, like, the 1st year, and then, like, once they can start moving around, it's, like, it's more work for everybody.
It really is, because I got
Yeah,
3 of my own, and I
yeah,
went from
nice.
1 to 3 like that. There was no 1,
Yeah,
2, 3. There's
yeah.
twins.
Oh, okay, yep.
But like, now I used to always run with friends. I used to always run with Erica in this college group. Erica and I went to, Plymouth State. I think, did you go to Keene?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so we could talk a
Don't
little
hold it
Plymouth versus
against me.
Keene, but now I run by myself
Yeah,
any chance I can get, and I sacrifice even, like, a warm-up time just to get out, and sometimes this winter, because you and I kinda connected over the winter, and I was skiing a lot, you're skiing a lot. I'm just like, I got 3 hours. I'm gonna shoot up to the mountain and ski for 90 minutes, then come straight
yeah,
home. Just get me
yeah.
time. Like, that's the hardest thing, is just to get, like, some you time, and for some people, that's running, and some people like me and
Self-care.
you, right,
Mhm.
it's get out there and hike or get out there and ski.
Yep.
Like, how are you juggling that right now? Like, are you able to find time for yourself?
Well, that was, like, a huge, motive in moving up here, is just, like, the access, to the outdoors and stuff was, like, a big reason that we pulled the trigger on moving out of Mass and up here. I'm, like, a mile from the Greenway, which is, like, a 60-mile loop that goes, like, Ragged, Sunapee, Kearsarge. So there's just, like, a ton of trails, and, um so it's like it's the getting to, like, the running groups and, like, the structured things is what's difficult because it's, like, at dinner time, bedtime, so I'm
Mhm.
more of, like I'm finding like you are, I'm finding, like, an hour during the day,
Gotta
Yeah.
do what you
in
gotta
in
do.
between work and just getting outside and, getting exercise in, but it is worth it because I would lose my mind otherwise, so
Yeah. I'm the same there. What are you doing for work? Because I know. All right, let's talk about a few things here. We're all over the map. We should have got to know you first. We'll do that. We'll go back in time and get to know you in a
Well,
second.
we know where he was born, and
Yeah.
we can pick up from
But
there.
you're also a maple farmer. Like, is that your full-time thing?
No, that's a total hobby. We only produced like 10 gallons this year, so
Is it
not
just for
something.
the house?
Yeah, well, 10 gallons is a lot of
lot.
maple syrup when you think about it.
Okay.
But like we'll probably go through a gallon a year as a family. So everything else is like gifted and stuff. But yeah, it's a total hobby. And it's not really something that, it's not something I want to get into making money off of.
How did you
It's
get
a
into
hard-
that as a hobby?
We have a sugar shack. We bought a house and the previous
fun.
owner built a sugar shack. So we got it's nice. It's
Set you up pretty
enclosed.
well.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It was all ready for me. So
Cool.
Did you know anything going in? Or
Nothing.
Like
I
YouTubed
didn't-
it all?
yeah, I had no idea.
Like making maple syrup for dummies. Like
I did read like some books and stuff and talk to a lot. Like everybody does it around here.
Mhm.
So that benefits me. But like when we moved up here, we knew we wanted to like do some type of hobby farming, but I didn't even like think about maple syrup. I mean, and and then we found this house with a sugar shack, and my eyes lit up. I was like, oh, it's
How
a
about that?
possibility I hadn't even thought about.
Now, is your wife all in? Is she all in on this?
I mean, all in as far as,
Or is she
she
"Here goes
allows me
Zach
the
again
time to
on
do
another
it.
crazy thing."
Yeah, I mean, all in as far as like she, allows me the time to do it and stuff.
That
She's
still
not
counts.
a huge, yeah. The kids the boys have started to help. They're 7 and 5, and they're like just starting to, at least not be a nuisance outside while you're getting work done type of
Oh,
thing.
mine are
So,
still there.
yeah.
I took the 45 minutes I had for myself today with no kids to mow the lawn.
Yep.
Because my
I've been doing
kids
that
love
too.
to go and grab little branches from the tree
Oh, yeah.
and throw it in front of the lawnmower. And I'm like, no, dude, it's going to kick back in
Nice.
your face and you're not going to be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 boys and a girl, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So your boys are probably like mine, absolute monsters, menaces, like
Yeah.
causing
They
trouble,
just-
getting in the way.
Yeah. It's like WrestleMania at my house.
Now your wife is from Manchester. We talk on occasion here, like we want to know how you got to meet your wife. And I think this is actually a cool story because you didn't know your wife was interested in you at the time, right?
Oh, yeah. How do you know this? You,
You deep
you've really
dive,
done
man.
your research.
Tell me this story.
Yeah,
man. I love
yeah.
these stories.
We were working. It was like I had just graduated from Keene, and I was like, how you are when you graduate college. You think you're gonna like go out and like take on. I thought I was like gonna move across country. I was applying to like all these different. So I had no like thoughts of like, oh, I wanna, meet somebody right now. So we started this job together. We were both lifeguards at Newton Town Beach in Newton, New Hampshire. You'll get it. I mean, you can imagine how small that is. And it took all summer, and finally, like, I like kind of, got the fluff out of my brain for a week and
Hello.
asked her out. And she had another year of school. She was going to school in New York City, so I did the whole like, going back and forth for the year kind
To
of
New York City.
Yeah, taking the mega bus.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Now, was it
The
your
Fung
mom?
and the Funghua. Yes, it was my mom that told me that I should ask her out. Yeah. Where did you hear this story? I'm trying to think of where I told this story.
I taken a lot of content when I am prepping for
Gotcha.
someone, and I
Okay.
came across you shared that story to somebody.
I'm
I
like,
love
yeah,
it because your mom was like, she's on vacation in like the Bahamas, and she's calling you.
Yeah. I wasn't much of a, I just had it wasn't where my head was for sure. So, but it all worked out.
It did. 3 kids
just-
later, beautiful
Yeah.
farm.
Yeah.
I just love this because Eric's like all prepared and Zach's like, what the hell? Like how even
How do you
creeper
know more
status
about
is, like,
me than
off
I
the
know about myself?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk running then. Because
We are a running podcast, right?
Yeah, this is a running podcast, but you were pumping the tires hard when we first started chatting about your community in Sunapee. You're in a run club, you and your wife, and I think you even take the kids. You do a lot of the 603 too. So we've seen you do some of these races. Tell us a little bit about the Sunapee running community, and tell us, like, is there a race, a story you got of one of those mountain races that will get Erica excited to do one day?
Well, he does mountains and stuff, and I'm trying
my
not to
wife
be afraid
doesn't
of that.
run at all, actually. She's
Oh.
she bikes. So she's done like the Prouty up here and stuff like that. But yeah, so she's a cyclist. But yeah, I mean the run club's great. We literally run the mountain every Tuesday, and that's like year round. So in the winter we skin up like on our skis. But yeah, it's
Is it
like
the same group? Same group, Skins, that runs?
pretty much, yeah. I mean, it'll fluctuate, different people at different times of year, but pretty much the same people. I mean, it's not a huge community around here. So, and then, the 603 races, I did a bunch. I've done a bunch. And then last year they did the new races. The Cirque series. Those were sweet.
I've never even heard of those. I'm gonna need you to
Yeah, so
elaborate.
they just did these new race Cirque series. Last year I did Cannon and Killington. But it started out west. They have like a bunch of them out west.
Mhm.
Julian, I don't know if you know Julian Carr. He's like a professional skier, but he puts on these races. And this year they're doing the same too, and then they have one at J in September too.
So what do
And
you do? Do you just
it's
like
called
run
the
up?
Cirque series because you literally like run like the circle of the so you like run and it's like makes a circle.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great though. Yeah. I much prefer to be out in the woods than I do
So
being
not a road runner guy at all.
no.
And these are all
I
on are they
avoid it
all on
like the
ski
plague.
mountains?
They are, yeah. I mean the Cirque series ones are. The 603s are like all over the place and
What's
there's
your
a lot of what's
sorry.
that?
What's your favorite mountain to run up then? Because I run up, I live not too far from McIntyre, little tiny hill. We'll call it a hill. But I'll go run
Yep.
up Kearsarge maybe once a year. We'll go do Pac Monadnock. I've yet to run up Ragged. I've yet to run up Sunapee. Jay Peak's my favorite ski mountain of all time, so I want to run that. But like you've run up these. Tell me a little bit about running up these mountains and like, are you going up the ski trail? Are you going on like a side path through the woods, like through the glades? Or are you running up like the service road?
At Sunapee, it's like all different. There's a few different routes, and one is like the Summit Trail, and that's basically just like in the woods the whole time. And then there's like mixes of both. I don't really love it. I go down the access road sometimes because you can just like motor down, which is nice. But going up's like you're in the sun the whole time usually and stuff like that. Ragged's like I haven't run from the front side of Ragged, but the back side's pretty much like just a hike, really. There's not a lot of runnable terrain. I love that Kearsarge run. Are you talking about the 10-mile one?
I have only done the auto road version. I was
Okay.
training for Mount Washington,
Yep.
but I want to try. I took Erica to McIntyre and I showed her how there's these trails. It's not just the road. There's this back road that you can
Yep.
run up, but there's also trails. And I'm starting to run up the trail portion to the top of the mountain to get more like
Nice.
more, as we call here, DTF, which is driveway to forest trails.
Nice. I like it.
But so you're running up a more of like a trail that would be in a glade when you're at I use glade, but through the forest when
Skiing
you're going up
stuff?
Kearsarge.
So the 10-miler at Kearsarge is it starts like at the high school, all the way down low. So I think it's like 2,400 feet elevation gain too. It's a great one. And a lot of it's runnable, which is nice. A lot of Sunapee's runnable too.
It's funny you talk about like living in the ragged area. I have a friend who is training for the Ragged 75, like that stage race is coming up. And just what I hear from her, I'm terrified for her because it sounds so difficult, and especially if you factor in like cutoff times and stuff. I'm just like, good for you.
It's funny, you'll talk to those people. I have not done that race yet, but all the people around here, a lot of them have. And they'll all be like, yeah, the 3 days easier than the 50K. And I'm like, how is that possible? Like, because the 50K, if you do the 75, you got to do the 50K on the last day.
Exactly.
So, and they're all like, yeah, you're just like, I've done, I still don't really understand it. I think that's something people
sounds a little
just say,
backwards to
maybe.
me too.
Yes,
like,
it does. Yeah.
Wouldn't you be totally
I don't know
exhausted?
how that's possible.
And, like,
The
then you have to
first
do
2
that?
days I have heard are much more like scenic. Because the third day goes from Sunapee to Ragged, and it's a lot of it's a lot of flat fire road type of
So
thing.
you can actually do some running, yeah.
Good.
Now, you mentioned some people do the 3-day versus the 50K. Are you saying like some people can do the whole thing and then some can just do the 50K on the final day?
It's two options. Yeah, it's the Ragged 75 or the 50K.
It's a stage race, Eric. So they like actually do camping up there, and
so,
I
like, just
day
did a quick
one,
Google search.
Yeah.
75 miles over 3 days, point to point. Where does this start? Does it start near Sunapee? Because it ends at Ragged, right?
It ends at Ragged. I think it starts maybe at Kearsarge High School or something and goes up Kearsarge from there, something like that, maybe.
I mean, Erica, this is right up your alley. Just a little elevation.
No,
she's the ultra runner.
Sheila's doing it. I'm an ultra runner, but I'm not really a trail runner. So that's the
Okay.
difference between me.
What have you done for ultras?
I love me a good looped course. So I've done up to a 72-hour race before, and I can just do loops on loops on loops on
wild.
loops. But you factor in some actual trail running, and I'm just very uncoordinated on trails. Like I will trip over air.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get some practice in. Like I haven't even told Eric this past weekend. When you first logged on, I did a little bit of chatting, and I was in Ripton, Vermont. A friend of mine was doing Infinitus, and I don't know if you've ever heard of that race before, but
I don't think so.
There's a whole actually it's like 10 days worth of races. You can run an 888K, which is basically like I don't know, it's just unreal. Then they have
Vermont has like a ton of different crazy races too.
And this is one that I've never fathomed before. There's like a 250 miler, a 50 miler. You could do a Deca marathon, which is, so they have a 9-mile loop and then an 18-mile loop. So technically it's more than a marathon, but you could do that every day for 10 days. They have a Penta, which is the 5-day. You could do the 100-miler, which my friend did, and I went to pace her. And that was some of the hardest trails I've ever done because the weather was just so awful and it just destroyed everything. Just pacing, I was like, thank God this is not me. Like, how the hell she finished 100-miler on those trails just boggles my mind. But I'm slowly working my way towards being a little bit better at trails. So maybe I need to head back to like your way and get some not White Mountain trails out.
The trails, the Greenway is great. Like there's a ton of running like on the Greenway.
Sounds a lot better than just straight up rocks. And
sounds like a good introduction for Erica.
Yeah, I've done a lot of the 48, and I mean, it's like I feel like you tell yourself it's runnable, and it's really not.
Run them when you do them? Because like I'm with you there, but
I take I try and do like I'm not like trying to get my heart rate up like super high, trying to like stay down in zone 2, but like when I get to a flat, run it type of deal. If I feel, but it's like the whites are so rugged that like the people that do the Prezi FKT in like 2.5 hours, it's like you're just like a mountain goat. Like, right. I mean, because that's
the beginning, like going
crazy.
Up Madison. Yep. It's like those boulders.
Insane.
It's just and then up and down. Like you think it would be flat for a while,
Yeah.
It's not. It's up and down, up and down. What is it, like 9 peaks?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Insane.
Great.
What is
It's crazy.
what's some of your favorite hikes up here then? Hike /
Um,
run hike.
yeah, I love it's called Nancy Kerrigan. It's like Mount Nancy and Mount Kerrigan. It's up in Bartlett off 302. That's probably my favorite like mountain run
Nancy Kerrigan.
in New Hampshire. It's yeah, that's what they call it.
Good name, good name.
It's you feel you get out to Nancy Pond and you just feel so out there. It's like I think it's like 16 or 17 miles, and it's like all runnable. It's nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
I'm looking at this now. There must be different loops because you got different options.
Yeah. What is it, like 17?
Well, they got a 6 and a 10, and then there's a few more that are bigger with some good elevation gain. What is it about the trails that you love running on trails versus like a rail trail? Even though you're not on the street, but you're still outdoors, kind of in the forest, but paved path.
Yeah. I don't know. I love, like, I call it my green time. Like, I love just like being surrounded by nature and running through it. I feel it just like there's nothing really like it to me. Skiing is kind of like it. It's like, that flow state everybody talks about.
Right.
And it's like you really have to, like, you're really focusing on like every footstep in the woods on trails like that. So it's like I don't have to, like, I can just kind of listen to music and get lost versus like, you know, I really need to start doing more speed work like on roads and stuff and getting my like VO2 max back up because I'm trying to like build back up to do some longer stuff. But I definitely like just veer towards, I have like probably 5 trails within like 2 miles of me that are all like 4 to 5 miles plus, which is
That's the best.
yeah, it's awesome. So
Yeah.
it's like
They're short and sweet.
they're those things, and then I do my, you can do your long runs like on the weekends type of thing or whatever.
Is there something that you're looking to train for if you do the speed work?
Yeah, well, I'm not really trying to like get like it's more just to like build, more
Endurance
of a
and
VO.
stuff.
Yeah. I've only told my wife this, but I turned 40 this year. I'd love to do 40 miles on my 40th this year. So that's
When
the
does your
summer
40th
goal.
fall?
September 4th.
Very nice. Yeah, I also turned 40 this year, but
Oh, no.
I have no plans to do a 40
Well,
miler.
you've done how many miles did you do in 72 hours? Must have been
127.
Yeah, that is wild.
So I think I'm good this time around. But
Is that one? So what was that?
it's called Notch View. So
Okay, I haven't heard of that.
It's in the Berkshires of Windsor, Mass. And
Yeah.
Love
it's on cross country trails, which cross country ski trails. So
nice.
It's just like there is some elevation, but it's a 1.9 mile loop, and everybody camps out. Like you go by your campsite. That's a ton
cool.
of people.
Nice.
You make friends, and
Yeah.
you're never really alone out there. But it is really like it's very scenic. It's a beautiful place to run, and you just kind of push some limits.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you can push yourself in kind of a controlled environment. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
And I can go
She
sleep
does it
and
for
sit
the
down
snacks.
if I feel like it wherever.
Let's be real. She does it for the
Also
snacks
snacks.
and the food.
Yeah.
She can eat whatever
helps.
she
It really
wants.
does.
The ragged race. So I'm a huge fan of ragged, mainly for the winters. But there's over $35,000 up for grabs.
It
I heard about
it's
that.
it has turned into this like USA running championship or whatever. That is very controversial up in these parts, I will
I've
say.
heard that.
Yeah.
It's
Why?
gonna
Why
bring
is it?
some. Like I want to see who it brings in.
A lot of people are just not, in particularly the Sunapee race too has also turned into like, I'm not sure what it is, but it's some type of USA running championship or something. I think people just like felt like it should have stayed like more grassroots, and I'm not
I
sure.
get that.
I'm not
they didn't
sure.
want it to become this big thing.
Yeah.
But now it is
I mean-
with that much money on the line, and it's kind of like they sold out. Like they wanted to be big, so now it's gonna get big names, and lot of
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah,
Would
and
it-
it's like it's tough. I mean, it's like I'm not, I see both sides of it.
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard for like the locals to get in now if there's gonna be like so many other people trying to compete. Like
It's gonna
that's
be
what
hard for
I can see.
locals to compete and win for sure. Yeah.
Does this
I'd
have
still love to see it.
anything to do with the new ownership of Ragged?
No, I
No?
don't think
Okay.
it. No,
I mean, I
nope.
think
It
it's
was all done. I think it happened a few years ago when they changed. I think the first to go was the Ragged 50K. I think that became like the USA. I
it
don't
had
know,
to because I'm on the
trail
website.
running championship or something. That was the first one, maybe.
So the 75K stage race has $5,000 worth of prizes. The 50K, which you said is harder from what you've been told than the 3-day
Wow.
stage race. The
Yeah,
50K
take
has
that with
$30,000. So that 50K is a big deal, or they're
That's
making it up to be one.
that's crazy.
30,000.
I actually didn't even know that. I knew the changes about Sunapee. I wasn't aware that because I know that the Ragged has gone back and forth. Like sometimes they're the host of it and sometimes they're not.
I might have to check it out. I love that place. Speaking of Ragged
Yep.
and skiing, you're a big time skier. I watched.
I don't run at all in the winter actually.
You're
I
just
mean,
like Eric. He does the
yeah,
same thing. He
I
has his
take
priorities.
I take like 3 or 4 months off completely and just ski. I skin, so it's
I
like
was gonna
hiking
say,
and
you
yeah.
do something a little cooler than me. I prefer a chairlift.
Have you tried it though? I think you'd like it.
Am I picturing this
Or-
right? Like they made that into the Olympic sport, right? Like you put the
Yeah, it's a
skins on
little
you so you can
different. I
kinda
mean,
go up.
they're like an ultra light setup. My
Ah.
setup's like more, recreational. I
Gotcha,
use like,
gotcha.
more of my regular skis
But like you get to
and
the
stuff.
top and you just like rip them off and then you go down the
Yeah.
mountain. That's
Yeah,
really
put them
cool,
in your
though.
back. Yeah, it is. It's great. It's great exercise, and like I need the break from running. Like I'm not like a natural runner. Like
Mm.
Well, I
so
think
it
for anything, everybody needs like multiple. Like I can't do the same thing all the time. You need,
Yeah.
or you'll burn out.
yeah.
Mm.
This ski season was awesome, but let's talk about skinning because, yeah, you put these skins on your skis, Erica, and it helps you go up the mountain, and you don't like ski backwards downhill.
Makes sense.
And then
yeah.
you take the skis off, the skins off, but you do all this work for one run. Now my brother does this in Tahoe, and I've
Why doesn't
skied.
that surprise me?
I know, and I've skied Tuckermans a couple of times in my day, and I loved it. But it was that one epic run. You do this like in the backwoods of your house. You go up the back of Sunapee. Give me some skinning stories, or just tell me a little bit about skinning and why you love skinning so much over the lift like me.
I do a lot of lift too, but it's like the same thing with trail running, like just being out in the woods, that like solitude type of thing, and challenging it, just being in nature and doing something different too. I live pretty close to Sunapee, so I do a lot of lift service where I'm lucky to, and so it's just like doing something different too. But it's really nice for exercise because it's like I go and do Sunapee and it takes me like exactly an hour basically. Like, it's like 45 to 50 minutes to the top and then as you said, like 10 minutes down, 5, So it's like, it's a nice exercise. So
Are you doing just one when you skin? Or
pretty
you just-
much, yeah, pretty
Well, that's
much.
a lot of work to keep going up that hill. Like
Yeah,
plus
yeah. I
family
mean,
time.
yeah. So
That's your
Yeah.
you time. Like you go for an hour run, there's an hour of ski.
yeah.
Fair
Yeah.
trade.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, and Sunapee lets you do it like before and after they're open, which is nice too. I think Ragged's just during the day, which
Ragged-
kind of
I see people do it all day long. I don't know
Yeah.
about after.
I don't think they let you. Maybe it'll change this year with the new ownership, but
Is that like
Yeah.
a liability thing or
I don't know because Sunapee doesn't let you do it during the day, but they let you do it after
Oh.
hours. And I think it may have something to do with like the whole state park thing. I'm not sure if that plays into it at all
Oh.
because but
I bet it
I
is a
don't know.
little liability because in Ragged,
Could
I
be.
do see people do it early in the morning.
Yeah.
but never after.
Yeah.
So, and I know the
Yeah,
exact
we
path
do
they
it with
use.
like headlamps and stuff.
That's so cool. You ever watch Out Cold?
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes me think of Out Cold when they do King on the Mountain.
Yeah.
That was a college movie, Erica. That, I don't know
I
if you ever
do
watched,
remember it, but not it in detail. But
Oh.
when you say King of the Mountain, is that just when like you climb to the top and you like push all your friends down?
No, see what you got to do is you all go to the top of the mountain and you got a
Mhm.
beer. You got like a big beer mug. And it's a race to the bottom, but it's also like a little race or competition of who doesn't, spill the most beer.
Oh. That
And so
sounds like fun.
Yeah,
It
it does
is.
sound like fun.
We
See,
should do
these
a King
little
of the
things
Mountain.
are what would totally get me to do. I'd be like, I'll totally try to ski without falling down and spilling my beer. Like, why not?
This might be an unprepped question, but we have this thing called the Code Brown.
Yeah,
in
yes.
Everything you've done running or skiing, Maple Farm, maybe even comedy, which we'll get into in a second. You got a Code Brown story, like an oh shit moment. Maybe your headlamp goes out on a skinning trip. Maybe your shoe falls apart like mine did when I tried to do the Prezi last year, and my whole entire boot came apart on the second mountain.
I have had a boot. I've had a boot come apart on Chikora before. But that probably wasn't. I feel like with all like the stuff that the long runs and like I'm always like preparing for that. And it's like the days that I, just like go to F around a little bit that I get myself in trouble. The one that comes to mind is at Wildcat, and I was just skiing, and I followed some tracks like into the woods, and I was kind of like in the middle of the mountain. I know it pretty well. And so I didn't really think anything of it, and I got really lost, and I didn't know where I was. And it was like, believe it or not, before COVID, I didn't have a smartphone. I had a flip phone. So we can get into that in a second, but I got a smartphone and basically went off to the races with like the social media, obviously. But so I didn't have any GPS, anything. I was just like raw dogging my ski day. And this daughter and her dad came up behind me, and then they realized that I was lost and they had followed my tracks.
Oh no.
So the dad was kind of pissed at me, I could tell. But luckily he had his phone and he like looked at his GPS, and he was like, good thing you didn't go any farther, because there was like a cliff like 50 yards in front of me.
Oh no.
And
shit.
we ended up like finding our way out. But that was probably one of like, it's just one of those times where like your stomach just is like in knots. You're like, man, just let me make it out of here right now. I think my wife was pregnant with our first too, so I was like, Jesus.
That's the last
Really,
thing
yeah.
you need is to go
Yeah.
off a cliff. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Or be lost in the woods and have like search and rescue come
Middle
out
of
for
winter.
you. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah. So I feel like it's the nonchalant times. Yeah. I have a lot of I'm very like, I just live my life with anxiety. Like,
Ugh.
so it's like I feel like when I go out for like a long run, I'm like extra prepared. I have but it's like at the same time, like on a day like that, I'll just be like, no, but I'm very ADHD. It's like,
When you just try to throw it all together to get a moment in an hour and you don't have anything, and then
yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's me
Yeah,
a lot
so
today. I'm like
yeah.
never prepared. It happened, Erica. It happened like our first run on the first nice day, and I forgot running underwear, and I was like, that will be fine.
He's like, hold on, I
Chafe-
gotta stop and
You're
adjust.
chafing, yeah.
50 times later.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, I'm never inviting
So
you out again.
how old are your kids?
My daughter is 10, and the twins, they're boys, they're 5, and they're very
Yeah.
young 5.
So you're in it. Oh yeah.
We got,
Boys
like,
are. Do you have kids, Erica?
I don't.
Okay.
I have cats. Not
Nice.
as bad.
Yeah, the boys, it's like my daughter, who's almost 2, gets ready better than the boys. Or she like puts in more effort. She's like sitting there trying to put her shoes on and stuff.
Aw.
I'm like, can you 2 get it together?
How old are yours?
The boys are 7 and 5, and they're
Yeah.
like, my oldest actually stayed back He's got a little bit of a speech delay, but he was very just like immature.
I did
So
too.
yeah.
We're both 04, but I'm a year older because I stayed back before
Okay.
first
Yeah.
grade.
Yeah.
And the boys might be too. Like I said, they're very young. Now,
Yeah.
you get your kids outside all the time too. Like your kids are
Yes.
skiing.
Oh
Your
yeah.
kids are doing
Totally.
these things with you and your wife.
Yeah.
You're in the mountains, camping, hiking,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, how much fun is it to ski with your kids? Because I'm having a blast skiing with them instead of being a grandstand parent.
Yeah. I think it's been really fun. I mean, it's like I do feel for the people that like, you know, have like the once or twice a season and like get it all in, and you see the meltdowns at the end of the day because like, we'll be very chill with it, and it's helped us like, they've almost like started to be the ones asking for it right now, which is nice, because we'll be like, all right, we'll go for a few hours and then, be like, okay, I think we're good type of thing.
I feel like that's
No,
a lot for like kids to
totally. Yeah. And you
for
think
them
about
to
like
put
their
up with
little
and stuff.
legs and stuff. Yeah. How
Yeah,
much
yeah,
effort it takes. Totally. So it's like, yeah, I think that would be my advice to anybody. Although I think it's easier said than done sometimes, but and they're like it helps because my wife's family is like a big skiing family.
Yeah.
So they see all their older cousins do it and their uncles and aunts skiing. So they want to be like part of the group too, which is
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
they're getting a sense of adventure, like learning
Yes.
how to
Yeah.
to be adventurous and
Yeah.
curious and stuff like that. So that's a great
Yeah.
lesson.
We have a ragged season pass. So
Yeah.
like there's nothing better than that. You don't feel like you go to the mountain, you have to spend all day.
Yeah.
We'll get there for 11 o'clock and leave by 2.
Yeah.
And then the best part is we get half off skiing at Sunapee, half off at McIntyre or Pat's Peak. So maybe we want to change it up, and it costs $20 to drive to McIntyre and get like 10 runs in.
Yeah.
But what I find to be the most successful is when you ski with other kids their age. And maybe your 7-year-old is realizing it now, like my daughter is, but they no longer want to like ride the lift with you. They just want to ride it with their friends.
Yeah.
And they will ski all day long, and they'll be
Yeah.
upset when 4 o'clock comes and the mountain closes because they don't want to stop. When it's
Yeah.
just me and my daughter, couple hours, then she's good.
Yeah.
When we're with our friends and their kids,
Oh yeah.
all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice. It's nice when your kids take in your interest. I'm like, I think it sounds crazy, but I feel like my 7-year-old's like almost ready for like shorter runs, like a 5K. Like I feel like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
like he's just like me. He just like his motor never stops. His younger brother is like more like chill, but it's like
That'll be
him.
a
I'm
good way
like,
to get his energy out
yes,
and to
yeah,
be able to decompress a little
yeah,
bit. Hopefully quiet his mind if he needs it, and just
yeah, yeah,
good excuse to get outside.
yeah.
My daughter's running now. We do like the big
Oh, nice.
Manchester 5K. She might do
Yeah.
a small one. But
You
what
do the
is
healthy
actually
kids, right?
Yeah, healthy kids series. But what is actually the most fun, and I don't know if this will work for you because you like the trails, but I'll go run a rail trail.
Yeah.
And she'll ride her bike alongside.
Yeah,
me.
that's a good. Yeah, we do the rail trail up here quite a bit with the kids and their bikes, and just usually we'll walk. But that's something I've definitely thought about for sure.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody's ever thought of doing like a tiny kids trail race or something, like a quick little like maybe 2 mile.
I'm
or,
sure
like...
it exists. Well, I know the J Peak. I don't know if it must be different, but J Peak has their like trail festival,
Yes.
and that has a kids run in it.
Oh, fun.
For sure.
All right,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, teach the kids like
So
to
it's definitely
like the
out
outdoors.
there. Oh yeah, yeah.
Maybe be a little more coordinated than I am on a trail with rocks and a
Yeah.
couple of routes. Like, I wish I
I know.
started sooner.
Yeah, yeah.
One last more on skiing. Where's some of your favorite places to ski? Because I know you're at Sunapee a lot. Like you
Yeah.
got our home mountain that we have, but outside of your home mountain, where do you like to go?
Yeah, I really just love to ski. So, but right now, Sunapee it's like I like Ragged. I would rather ski at Ragged, but my wife's mom actually works at Sunapee, and her uncle coaches there. So it's like a big family ordeal. And they've been
Awesome.
there forever, like since the state owned it, way back
Yeah.
when. So, so I'll go to the mountains that are on the Epic Pass. I love Stowe, but I go there like on a weekday, I'll
Same.
go like once a month on a weekday or something. When there's not a lot of crowds, like Stowe's, I call it Cannon with amenities.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah,
to.
it's
I
got
only went
like
to Stowe once, forever
yeah,
ago.
Stowe's got like the same vibe as like it's really rugged up top. Like you wouldn't think so because everybody talks about it like it's so pish posh, but it's like a true 4,000 footer, with where it really feels rugged up top and stuff. But I love Cannon. It's not on our pass right now, so I don't get there as much as I'd like to, but I'd like to start. They have the New Hampshire Wednesdays up there.
Yeah, it's like 2 for 1 or something.
Yeah.
I made one Cannon trip this year. Have you ever gone to Sugarloaf?
I have not been up. I've been to Saddleback, but not Sugarloaf, which is
Oh,
funny.
Sugarloaf's where we got to go.
Yeah, that would be great. I would love to go to. I'd
You
love
take-
to go to that reggae weekend too. I know that's at the end of the year, but
Yeah, it's a good time. I'm lucky. I haven't been in 2 years, but I'm lucky when I get to go, and I get
Yeah.
to go with a friend or two. And it's I did it once on a day trip.
yeah,
I do not recommend.
That's
Yeah,
Maine,
that's
right?
a-
That's like
that's a
4
haul.
hours away, something
Dude,
like
it's
that.
yeah, it's far. J Peak, I day trip a couple times a year because
Yeah.
we got the J Peak passes
Yeah.
with our Ragged Pass. So J Peak is the one I try to make 4 times a year. I only got 3 this year, but
yeah. So have you heard any news? Are they changing anything with the new ownership or?
everything's staying as is. They're making the lodge bigger. I actually got a ski locker this year because they're adding ski
Nice.
lockers, so I'll have one of those. They're looking to upgrade snowmaking. They're looking to upgrade the lodge because it is one of the coolest lodges. Like it really
Yeah,
feels
you
like
guys
a
have.
skiing lodge.
Yeah, Ragged has a great lodge.
But it's getting busy and it's getting crowded. So they're looking to upgrade that. And then the ticket, the season pass went up $10. Not a big deal.
Yeah,
So the J Peak thing stayed. Everyone's thrilled because you
Nice.
get 5 days at J.
yeah,
Yeah. But it's honestly, Ragged is a great mountain because here's my opinion. Everyone likes to go to Sunapee or Gunstock because they're right off the highway. So
yeah.
I feel like Sunapee and Gunstock get overcrowded.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nobody likes to drive 40 minutes on back roads in the middle of winter to Ragged.
Yes, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Sunapee gets swamped on the weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll spend most weekends with the kids, but I try to go up every Wednesday by myself.
nice.
And
Yeah,
I'll do 5-6 runs, go in the lodge and work a little bit on my computer, go back out 5-6 runs, come back. I send Erica
Work from
and
home.
all the people in our group
Yeah.
chat like, here's my window office.
nice.
Hey, if
Oh,
I
I
could
love
do
it.
it, I would.
Yeah,
Pizza, French fries. Pizza, French fries. I'm practicing right now. Maybe I'll go out with you next.
no.
next
What about
Monday.
snowboard? Didn't you say you snowboarded?
I tried it. But so I think the friend who was trying to teach me, so I would have to be goofy foot. So that's my right foot in front, right? And she was
Yeah.
trying, like she was the other way, and I just wasn't like it wasn't computing trying to do
Yeah.
what she was doing. So I don't know. I would try skiing, but again, I need to make sure that I'm not going to hurt myself because running is my primary sport, and
Yeah,
that's the last thing I want to do. So
yeah.
Let's talk a
Worth a
little
shot.
comedy for a little bit because this is really why everyone knows you, and we totally like buried the lead there with making everyone wait to the end to talk comedy. We got our running and
we
skiing,
got
and
New
everyone's
England dad on the pod. Right now, you guys.
everybody's like, Eric, stop talking about skiing. It's a running podcast. Why you keep talking about skiing on it? I wish I could go back and remember when I first saw your stuff, but it was probably around the time when COVID happened or shortly after, and you're finding these. I don't even know what to call you, just a creator. It's like
Yeah.
you and Ian. Ian's another one from Rhode
Yeah,
Island. I watched quite
we
a
were
bit.
texting each other this morning. Me and Ian
Ian
love each
Brownhill?
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
so-
we're yeah. I like
Somehow I
Ian a
came
lot.
across the two of you, not together, but at one
Yeah,
point I'm like,
yeah.
I didn't even realize you were from New Hampshire at the time,
Yeah,
but your content just all of a sudden, like, how did this happen? Because Erica and I and our whole group are just sharing these things back and forth between the two of
It
you,
pops
you and
up on
Ian.
somebody's algorithm, and then that's how we just keep seeing it over and
Well,
over. And it's
I
awesome.
appreciate that. It was totally like I was teaching at the time during COVID, and then we went like remote, and I kind of had to like do, I was like making I had gotten a smartphone finally, and I was like doing my remote lessons, and I kind of just like I had just had our first kid, or my wife just had our first kid. So I kind of started it as like more of like a dad thing. I was like, I really had no idea what I was doing. I tell people it was like a total like millennial like AIM. You remember Instant Messenger?
Of
Like I
course.
was like, oh, I like New England, and I'm a dad now, so New England dad, and it's like that has turned out to be a pretty good decision for me. So it took probably 2.5 to 3 years, and once the New England stuff really took off, and then like my direct to camera like talking about like different just like wacky stuff does really well too. So, and that's like more, I feel like my comedy, the New England stuff is like, I feel like I'm mainly just like making fun of my mom and dad. It's like because that's how they talk. I have like a little bit less of an accent and then I feel like people are like, oh, I can hear you saying your R's, and it's like, yeah, well, it's a character, and it's
Right.
like, so when you come and see my stand up, I'm not gonna like, be like code switching for you and dropping my and I don't want to be one of those guys that's like I have an accent, so
Mhm.
it's like I don't want to fake it, but
Yeah.
that can throw people off a little bit here and there.
Was there ever a goal? Like for us with this podcast, we've been doing it close to 4 years. And the goal is just try to do something that's fun and entertaining that we think is a good product. You said it took you a couple of years. Was there a goal like because what I'm impressed about if it took you 3 years is you stuck with it for 3
Mhm.
years where you're just like I don't care about the views, I don't care about the comments or the shares. I'm just going to keep doing it cuz it's fun. Or was there a long-term goal like I want to make this into something?
I really didn't know where it was going. I kinda, like, once it started, like, rolling a little, yeah, and let's just put it out there that there was a lot of time of, like, I call it posting to the void, It's like, you're posting, you're getting no reaction, it's depressing, It's like, and, so there was a lot of that, but, like, once it started rolling, I kinda, like, I was like, "Oh, it'd be nice to, like, make a little bit of money off of this," And now I'm, like, pretty much at my teaching salary, so
Not too
which
shabby.
it was, yeah, and there wasn't, like, it was nice. I had the luxury of not having pressure because I became a stay-at-home dad anyway,
Mhm.
so my wife is, obviously full-time, still goes into Boston once a week for her job, so the decision wasn't like social media, it was me staying home with the kids, and, then, the social media was, like, something I did because I can't sit still for more than 5 minutes, and, then,
I'm trying to
it's
get
one of
Erica to
it's
do
one of those
more.
things where you like to, like, it's like getting better at anything, it's like that dopamine hit of, like, getting better at running, getting better at, it's just like another thing that, and it's fun, to a lot most of the time. So, yeah.
I just feel like I'm
Was
not very creative. So I'm like, what am I actually
Yeah,
doing?
that's what my wife says to me too. So, just I would say if you're like saying like how to create content and you're not very creative, I think like just like look for the trends and just copy the trends,
That's Eric's job.
in your own way, It's
Yeah.
like I think that's the best way to do it, and then just talk about what you like. I think people really appreciate anybody that's talking about something that they're passionate about, And I really am passionate about New England. I love like live, breathe, and die New England. Like you guys, I've lived here my whole life.
Mhm.
I've had, grew up having steamers and, going to the beach and that just a tip. Both my parents are from like mill cities, so they're very blue collar, thick accents. So I really do appreciate like our little spot in the US here.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a breath of sanity sometimes
And
too,
that's
you
what
know.
people like about your content too. It
Yeah.
is very relatable,
Yeah.
especially like when you're talking New England. We're like, this is stuff
Yeah.
that most
Yeah.
people aren't going to understand, but it's such a niche thing for us.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Well, then you do what I like to do about Connecticut, which I don't count as
Not a
New
state.
England half the time.
Yeah.
And everyone on the pod from Connecticut, I'm like, well, wait, no, you're not really from New England. You're from Connecticut. It's so
Yeah.
different. And you mentioned trends. So you do like the one that comes to mind is choose your character.
Yes.
And you got all the outfits for all the states. But then Connecticut is just so different.
Yeah. And Connecticut is so different. That's the best thing about, and that's like the thing you'll find as you like go on this content creation journey is like that was a trend back in the day, like of early TikTok, like that whole choose your character. And like that has become like, I see people out a lot and they'll like, I was at the dispensary a few weeks ago in Mass and this lady behind the counter starts going like this to me. She's like, that's something I get recognized for quite a bit. And it's so fun. Like, and, I have all those, I never bought anything. I actually have bought one thing, a UConn basketball t-shirt. That was the one. But all those clothes, like I taught forever, so I had all the dress clothes. Like, I love the outdoors, so I got like all the outdoor gear. So it's like a natural. It's so easy for me to do that, and people love that choose your character thing. But my thing in saying that is like keep trying stuff because you might find something that you just works naturally for your content type thing.
I'm just going to be like the cutesy, like, I'm on a run today, not
That-
on trails.
Mm.
Yay, come for a run.
When did doing stand-up come into play? Like, was this something you wanted to do, or was it something you thought like, I could do this, or let's try it? Like, what is your first, like, how did the whole stand-up thing start?
So I'm actually like right at my 2-year anniversary. I started 2 summers ago.
Awesome.
And yeah, it was kind of just like, how can I take this to the next level? Like I kind of like missed the personal side of like, being in front of people, like teaching more was, I had been out of teaching for like probably 3 years at that point and had some success with social media. So that definitely like aided in my confidence of getting myself out there. And then basically like for a year, I went to open mics like 4 nights a week, like under the radar, like just like wasn't
Trying it out.
wasn't really telling people who I was, that type of deal. And like eventually people figured out who I was and they either like it or don't like it. That's another thing in comedy, but and then now it's like, yeah, and it's going good and so, it's another long road though. It's definitely not like a direct transfer and you got to work at that too, but,
Mhm.
people, yeah, so.
Well, everything worth doing, you gotta like it's worth putting the time
Yeah,
into. So as
yeah.
long as you're still passionate about it and
Yeah,
it
and
brings you joy.
yeah, and I've basically like decided that I don't want to go back to teaching. So, and
That's
my
fair.
and my daughter's going to be in school in 2 years. So I got to fill my time with something. So
There you
this
go.
is, yeah. So this is
Another good
working
hobby.
out.
You got
I
your
taught for
sugaring
50
and maple
yeah.
syrup, and now your comedy.
Yeah. Yeah. I taught for 15 years. So
Oh wow.
I
I
love,
did.
by the way, that you're a full-time dad at home. That's awesome.
yeah, we're
The
blessed.
comedy thing, do you go by Zach when you do it, or do you say I'm New England dad?
I go by Zach Remi. Yeah. Which actually isn't even my real last name, to be honest with you.
Your alias.
Yeah.
But it works.
Was that part of why you were going to open mic and you're like, okay, I'm not going to say I'm New England dad? You kind of went under the radar and used the Zach name?
Yeah, I think so. It's had something to do with it for sure. I just like didn't want like I mean it's like a dual thing. Like it's I don't you have a certain expectation when people know that I think that like you're gonna be better than you are, you know?
Have
Like
you
I
taken it beyond, like, I'm looking here, you're in Malden, Mass, you're in Bridgewater, Vermont, you're going to Boston a couple
He's on
times, like,
tour.
yeah, you're on tour, like, you're going to be
I mean, that's
everywhere
bigger
coming
than
up.
open mics, unless these open
Yeah,
mics or are these
I'm not
actually like
going. No, I don't. I'm not doing open mics anymore.
good.
Yeah, I'm booked and
Excellent.
yeah, pretty consistently booked and getting paid for it, so it's nice. But
You ever want
I wanted to do that, like, and I probably could have skipped the open mic thing if I wanted to, but I didn't. I wanted to be good when people bought tickets to come see me, you know? Like,
Yeah,
I didn't want people to pay money and, like, me not to have an act, you know what I
Right, right,
mean?
right.
Like, so, that stuff takes time and, you know, I'm still, like, not quite I have a solid half an hour, which, you know, to 45 minutes, but I'm still, like, not quite at the headlining
Mm.
spot yet. I'm getting there, but
Do you ever like riff with the crowd? Like,
oh,
can you
yeah.
are like so you
Yeah.
can play
Yeah.
off of them and
I'm a
go in different
very
directions?
conversational comic. Yeah. I like
Excellent.
kinda it's like back and it's not like necessarily crowd work. It's like but it's like a back and forth
It's
and
kind
then
of
like
improv a little bit too.
shifting to my jokes and
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah.
you ever have so we started to do live shows, and,
Oh,
like, our
cool.
first live
Nice.
show had 20 something people, it was awesome, and then you
Yeah.
have one that has 4, and then you do one at the Boston Marathon, and you think there might be thousands, but there's only, like, maybe 30, or maybe it's so cold 2 people show up. When you're
Yeah.
doing these shows, like, when we do ours, we just try to remember that we're talking to the listener, and hopefully anyone who shows up has a good time.
Yeah.
Your case, like, you ever have shows where there's only a few people, and how do you manage that versus a big crowd and a large crowd?
All the time. This past weekend was like a perfect example. I was in Boston Friday night in front of 80 people, which doesn't sound like a ton of people, but it's quite a I mean, it's like in like a setting where it feels like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Everybody's like packed in type of thing. And then the next night I was in front of 10 people. So that it's like the contra and in comedians, like most comedians will do that like pretty much their whole career, you know? It's like a very up and down fickle beast, you know, but you know, it's like as much as I'm like, "Oh, I don't wanna do this right now," it really does, like, sharpen you up because when you're talking to 10 people, it's like you really know where your jokes are lacking, you
If
know?
they don't laugh, you're gonna notice. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
I
So,
would just think, like, in that case, it's harder than what we had to do, Erica, because we're
Mhm.
like, "Hey, we're just gonna put on a podcast like normal."
Yeah, like,
But
we
y
have
but
each
you
other, but you're just up there on stage, like,
Yeah.
you've got your
yeah,
10 people, but, like, come on,
Do
yeah.
you
work with
do you
me, give me some interaction.
do you get a lot of support through the other your peers, the other comedians, or guys like Ian, or, I don't know if you listen to Greg in the Morning Buzz. I used to listen to him every morning, but he would
Yeah,
have comedians pop on all the time on the radio, and, like, one I remember because I went to see him, funny story, my buddy Brandon
yeah.
bought tickets for him and his parents to go see, I think it was Justin McKinley? That sound
Justin
like
McKinney, yeah.
Yeah, and he thought it was in Haverhill, Mass.
Yeah, it was a Haverhill, New Hampshire.
Haverhill, New
Yeah,
Hampshire.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I drove up with him and one other friend because his parents were like, "We're not going to Haverhill, New Hampshire." Erica, to get to Haverhill, New Hampshire, you have to drive into
I didn't even
Vermont.
know. I
It's
did
an
not know
hour
that was
north of me.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So, like, your peers, anyone from someone starting to someone who's been doing it for a while, like Justin,
Yeah.
like, ho do they
Yeah,
help you
I
through
mean,
those?
I think it's like not every yeah, it's I've had some great people. Ian doesn't do stand up, but he's like, yeah, me and him are close and we've known each other for a few years now and like we'll, you know, type of thing where it's like we'll shoot each other a text every once in a while and that type of thing. And, you know, collab here and there. But Will Noonan has probably been like my biggest. person that has mentored me. He's a big Boston comic. He was like the Honda guy. He's performed at Fenway for Bill Burr, and he's just like a legend in the comedy scene in Boston. So, but at the same time, it's like comedy is it's not a team sport. It's like everybody's fighting for spots. Even me and I'm not there yet, but like even me and Will be competing for spots, and he'd be the first to say that too, So it's like at some point it's you really are kind of looking out for yourself, and it's like I feel like for a while you're like, oh, I want to be there for everybody and I want to stay and like watch people's sets, and then you quickly realize why like the veteran comics like do their set and dip out and they're like, all right, see you later, because it's a job.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, and the longer you're in it, the more you feel that, so
Mm-hmm.
but
Well, gotta commend you for what you do. It's not an easy thing, like public speaking in general, but then just
yeah,
trying to do all these jokes and entertain people, like it's not an easy thing to do. So I got to give you a lot of credit.
well,
And
yeah, thank you. I mean,
And just like researching, learning everything about you outside of your content, like you learn you're a dad of 3, you're a full-time parent, stay at home. You go out at night to do these shows because it's a lot of fun and it's great money on the side. But just the being a full-time dad at home is
That's
like a
huge.
full-time job. And then
yes.
the content, I know just from what we do on our side, totally different, but it's still content. It's still pushing out a
Yeah,
weekly episode and daily content on Instagram. That is a full-time job too. So I
yeah,
think what really comes in, what shows is your passion for this and your
yeah.
passion for what you do, because it doesn't feel like work when you stay up past 9 a.m., 10, 12 sometimes doing the work because you're passionate about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like you gotta find. That's how I've always thought. I don't want to do anything that I like don't like to do. And that's probably not my best quality either, but that's like literally how I've always been. Like I probably shouldn't have went to college, like we're all millennials. Like my parents that was like their life goal for me to go to college, it wasn't
Yep.
necessarily my goal, so didn't really know, I taught for a long time. That was great. And it was in, elementary school, so it was very like creative, fun. But now that I really feel like I've found, what I should be doing,
Good.
I love it for you, man.
yeah,
One
it's
of my
nice.
one of my favorites I recently saw, and it's an example of how sometimes these hit, sometimes they don't, because like the post before had almost 20,000 likes and this next one had maybe 1,700.
Yeah.
Boston 25 showed this news clip of a naked man running around New Hampshire neighborhoods. I think it was Bedford.
Oh yeah.
But you posted it and you're like, guys, listen, it's okay. I got home. And you're
Yeah,
just like,
yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, it's perfect because it's this really crappy black and
Yeah,
white.
yeah, I thought that was
video.
funny too.
It-
I know certain things you put out like that, and like it's almost you wonder if it's like people like I think you saw that guy first, so maybe they just scrolled. Like a lot of the times, I feel like if people like don't see like my face, like they'll just and it's unfamiliar. Like I try and think about it as like me scrolling, like
Mhm.
right.
like if I saw Ian Brownhill, I would at least give him like 30 seconds to
Yeah.
try and entertain me,
Yeah.
but if I see something unfamiliar and I'm like, what's this, and I just flip. So I do feel like sometimes like it's good to have your face shown right away and be part of the hook, and why videos like that for some reason don't do.
Yeah.
The other one I did last year, we went on a family trip and I did like Boston dad at medieval times.
That was
And
awesome.
I thought that was gonna blow up, and it just like did mediocre. But like I'm like, oh, I love that. That was one of those videos that I made and I loved, and I was like, this should have done better.
Oh, that
But-
makes me so sad.
Yeah, it's all good.
Erica, I sent that one to you if you check your DMs, because I sent her like 10 posts of yours
Yeah,
when I was researching over the weekend. Because Erica just had her own medieval times experience like
Nice.
a month or two
It
ago.
was so much fun.
nice. In New Jersey.
No, I was at Myrtle Beach.
Oh, cool.
But
Nice.
still super fun. And
Yeah.
man, well, the drunker you get, the the more you enjoy the show. But
Yeah,
they
yeah.
put on a good show. Like it's
Yeah,
entertaining.
it's so fun. I love stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
guys gotta check it
I'm
out.
very campy.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
alone,
No,
my
your
friend.
your stuff is a ton of fun. The pronunciations are great because I can't pronounce for shit, and everyone loves to make fun of me for it. You collabed once with Dude Dad, which I thought was really cool because
Yeah.
I like Dude Dad for just his like, the one when his wife gets pregnant and what every pregnancy is like. The first one's
Yeah.
a big deal. The second one's like, we got some time. The last one's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, we'll go to the hospital in the morning. Let's go to bed.
Yeah.
And then he has his zing zing t-shirts for the drill. But
Yeah.
it's cool shit that you do. I want to say thanks for all the amazing content, but you're not off the hook yet. We have 2 final questions brought to you by
Okay.
My Race Tats. My Race Tats is awesome. Go check them out. You get these cool like mantra tattoos, or you can get one that just says "Let's fucking go." It's like a
Nice.
it's like
enjoy
a
those.
tattoo that stays on
LFG.
for a couple days. I'm gonna go first, and then Erica will go second. My final question, and it's for the year 2026. I'm looking for hot takes. These can be fun. These can be serious. These can be like pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. I'm hoping for something fun and silly out of you. But if you want to be like, super serious, I don't like take care of
We'll
the
allow
trails,
it.
leave the trails the way you saw
Yeah.
it, whatever. Give me a hot take, a fun hot take.
A hot take. My hot take is that New Hampshire is the best state in New England. And I've always said that. I think, and people will say, "Oh, like Maine has like a longer coastline." Like, of course, but I mean, you can't beat him. No one. People love to talk shit. Sorry for the swear about Hampton
I've already
Beach.
swear.
But there's no beach like Hampton Beach in New England. It's the only, when you think about it, it's the only like true tourist beach in New England where it's like, like you think about Florida or you think about, the Jersey Shore, it's trashy, but it's our trashy, and then
is.
like you literally cannot beat our mountains. Like, I don't care what anybody says, like Maine has nothing on our mountains and Vermont has nothing on our mountains. And it's like when you're in the middle of the whites, you literally feel like you're just like, you're not, you're in a different part of the earth. It's like you really feel out there. And I know Maine has that and stuff, but I just love New Hampshire and
It's the
We own
best.
it,
so
man.
that's
There
my
we
hot
go.
take. Yeah.
It's the best
Beautiful.
of the 5 New England states, if you think of it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
True.
Just the 5.
Not you, Connecticut. All right, Zach, my question for you, which we also didn't prep you for, so we apologize. We have a Spotify playlist, and we like to invite our
Nice.
guests to add songs to it. So I can't imagine you really tend to listen to music while you're out on your trails, but is there anything you would like to add to the list?
I listen to a ton of music.
Do you? All right.
Yep, and I actually like if you look at my Strava, a lot of the times I'll put the show I'm listening to. I'm big into like jam bands, so
Nice.
I listen to a lot of Fish on runs because it's just you can zone out. So my add-on would be Simple by Fish. That would be my
Nice.
add-on to your
That's
running.
actually a really good idea. Something that just like you don't have
Yeah,
a
'cause
whole
I'm
bunch
not-
of lyrics to focus
when
on. And you're
I-
just going.
Yeah, when I put like my music on, like I'm trying to like if I have like a pump up I feel like I get in my head where I'm like, oh, I don't like this song, I need to change it. And like
Mhm.
Fish is just like you love them or hate them, but like there's no change. You just like it's like flow. It's kind of the same state I'm in, and it
Yeah.
actually like helps me like. It doesn't get me too amped up, like
Keeps
where.
you in zone 2. That's
Yeah,
what you want a bunch of times.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, it does help me keep in zone 2, which is nice. So yes,
Excellent choice.
Dude, this was a ton of fun. This is a
thanks
little
for having me. Yeah,
It's a little different for us. Like typically we have someone big into running and we're just chatting. You're like, dude, come up to the Sunapee area. Let's go for a run. Like this is months ago. And then we both realized we're big skiers. So I would love to go up and do a Sunapee run.
yeah,
I'll
for
come do a
sure.
trail run. I'll come
Yeah,
do a trail run.
Tuesday. It's usually Tuesday nights at 6:00.
And is it like the same crew all the time, like a
Pretty
dozen of you or
much.
so?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
get some people from here to go. Like I've yet
Yeah,
to
we'd love that.
do a mountain run that's all trail to the top. At least what I can think of right now, because typically I'm running up multiple times up the road, training for. We're not running Mount Washington this year,
That's
but
the nice thing about, like, something like Sunapee is, like, you're not doing like, hill repeats, you know? It's
yeah,
like and then it's really fun, like, on the way down, although you gotta, like, control yourself a little better. Your knees and hips will feel it the next day, but, it's like, Sunapee's very runnable. It's a great group of people too. Everybody it's like, I'm sure you guys will beat me to the top, so
That's debatable.
not me, not me.
But yeah, and then I'd love to see what are you guys doing for races? I'd love to see you guys at a race this
What are
summer.
we doing?
We're gonna
Well-
be so Millennium Running does this series on Thursday nights. Well, not Thursday nights. One Thursday night every month called Happy Hour Hustle. And I
Okay.
think the closest we ever make it to you is Concord.
Nice.
And then there's
I'm
the,
pretty Concord's doable for me,
there's
definitely.
the New England Half. I don't know if you're into running that long, but that's one. And then we do some
When's
live
that?
shows. October.
Oh, okay, and that's a road race. Where's
Yeah.
that?
It ends at the state capitol.
Oh, it's in
sta-
I think
Concord.
it's like
Nice.
Hopkinton to Concord, right?
It's
Something like
yeah,
that.
Nice.
it starts. It's
Backwards
like a
and
net
stuff.
downhill. Starts at
Mm.
like a farm or some beautiful area, and then ends right at the Capitol. Some good fall
Nice.
races. Summertime's hard. Erica's running a race every weekend.
That's not totally true, but I do like summertime is my ultra season. So I've got that 72 I was telling you about. That's coming up early July. And then
Nice.
there's one I do in Rhode Island called Anchor Down, and that's like early August. So I do kind of focus, like I do the spring marathon kind of thing, and then I take a summer break for the ultras, and then I try to get back into the road stuff. So yeah,
Nice.
pretty fun.
Yeah. Next time you
Nice.
go to Rhode Island, you would love this state park that Erica runs at for Anchor Down. It's called Colt State Park.
Oh
Beautiful
yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You'd love it. You'd love it.
What
for,
town
your
is
running.
that in?
Bristol.
Oh, cool.
It is Bristol, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, you'll have to message me, like, and give me a heads up because I'll definitely come to Concord.
Yeah. It's I think
And then
that's
if you
July.
guys-
it's a Thursday in July or Thursday in
Nice.
August. I'll get
That's
it to you
the
after.
one that I can make. The one only, like there's 5, and I
It's a
can make that
5K.
because it's
Sweet.
after the 72-hour race. So I'll be pretty much limping it, but I'll be there just to say hi and have some fun. So
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. We'll get Erica at that one, and she'll
I'll actually
stumble
sign up.
along the way. Or maybe
I'll get
you
the
could just
content
keep
from
the
behind.
beer cold for us. Like you can have beer for us at the line. I don't know if
I
you
would
drink
honestly
beer, but
rather do that. I will sit and I'll get the content. We'll get the photo finish of who's going to win. Is it you or is it Tara? So there's a whole thing
yeah,
about that.
yeah,
We'll
little
see.
personal battle going on between me and someone else, Zach. But
Nice.
listen, no, we'll do it. We'll do something this summer and this winter.
Yeah, and please come
for
up to
sure, our
Sunapee.
number one thing, my number one thing, skiing. I need someone to show me around Stowe. I'll go on a Wednesday.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Yes.
I love snow. So
That'll be a lot of fun. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Little different. We had Zach Remi, the New England dad, on the podcast. That was wicked awesome. What a way to kick off our summer, everybody. Zach, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. You're
yeah,
wicked
thanks
awesome.
so much. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you. This was an absolute blast. Hope you had fun too. Zach, oh man, we had such a blast chatting. I just think you were so awesome and funny, and I hope you do a performance around here. I'm 100% there. I can't wait to go see you live and to catch a run with you.
Yeah, I want to go to show. What a cool episode. We talked about it at the beginning of the year. We're hoping to talk to a few people who were a little different, not all running. And it was the nice tie that he is a runner. And we were talking, he's in that
Right.
Sunapee Run Club. I love how he takes the break. But that was a lot of fun because then we talked a little bit about what's going on in his world and his side of things. And you could just tell like he gets so excited and he lights up when he was talking about what he loves doing and the passion, kind of like how we love doing this and everything. And
Maple syrup. That is
I
such a
know.
cool hobby. Like saves
I
me
never
some.
would have known like 10 gallons of maple syrup is a lot of maple syrup. I never would have known. Not a thing.
makes
Not a
sense,
thing
yeah.
I would have known.
Yeah.
But he was incredible. Let me tell you the story when I asked him about how he met his wife. Not how he met his wife, but how he found out, like, he's like, he had no clue she liked him. He goes, yeah, how did you know that? And then he asked a couple times, including off air, I need to know, how did you find that out? Like, because it was somewhere, like Amber always loves to say somewhere out there in the interwebs. He knew it was somewhere out
Okay.
there, but he was like, where was it? So that was such a fun
If it's
time.
out there, Eric will find it.
He's hoping to make it to a happy hour hustle in a couple weeks in July.
Mhm.
He's like, I can do that one. So we just got to touch up with him. I don't know if you've been following. He's on like a 2-3 week vacation camping trip down in Tennessee. It's been great.
How awesome.
We,
I hope he follows your recommendations. You did give him some things.
I gave
to do
him
out
one,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I dropped the ball on the timing, but I got like his info to send him a ton of Stoolie stickers.
Oh,
But I didn't get them out in time. And when I realized he already left, I waited. So I haven't sent them yet because but I was
Gotcha.
like, man, that would be fun. That would be fun. So
I need to order some more, man. I don't know how many you got if you got a secret stash, but I'm starting to finally get around to posting more on the Stoolie account, and
yeah, I got like
I'm
2
running
dozen.
low. Oh,
I
we
wanna
need to. I'll
print-
put it in order. I'll put
I
it in
want to
order.
print the ones with the QR code on it.
Hey, if you send me a new thing, like I'll get them ordered. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I
we
wanna
are
print
running
next.
low. I have holographic Stoolie stickers left, and they're just not quite the same. So I got to get the originals back,
Yeah.
or the QR code ones.
Hey, have you been seeing what our friend Jared's been up to? Jared Ewing.
He's been doing hasn't he been doing the Leadville camps? Like Leadville's
he's-
coming up.
But he's doing what? The Grand Slam?
Yep.
The 4 100s?
Yep.
Have you been seeing his Instagram stuff? There's a trailer out there.
Yes, and I'm pumped.
Right. And I want to tell you about this trailer because they're making a documentary. And right
Yeah.
now they have enough like funding and stuff for the first race. But they're putting out a
Oh.
GoFundMe, and I'll find it. I'll link it in the show notes. They need a
Awesome.
little more money, and they can do the entire 4 races.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It's the
If
whole
anybody deserves
series.
it, it's
Right.
him.
Right. It's going to be a whole series like on his accident, on his leg, on being told, not only will you never run a marathon, you'll never run. You're probably going
Mhm.
to lose your leg doing it. We all know Jared's story,
Yeah.
but he's putting it out in this professional documentary, like real legit film crew. And so he's been posting the trailer, and they got a legit documentary coming out, but they want to continue it through this whole series. So there's a GoFundMe out there. I'll link it in the show notes. Like this trailer has been phenomenal. You've seen me share it once or twice in the story.
I
I'll
watched
share
it.
it
It's
again.
awesome.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It's nothing we don't know, but the visuals,
The visuals.
right? And just him, and it's so cool to see PodFam like getting their story out there. I always say, like, you and I don't have a story, but we have a brand that we're building in a show. I'm starting to call this more a show. We'll never call it the On the Run show, but we have this show that we can talk to people like Jared. Jared, in a way, he's not a brand, but he's a story, and he's inspiration. And so
Mhm.
his story deserves to be on every outlet out there, and I'm so pumped for that. Versus like an influencer. He's not an influencer. You get what I'm saying? Some people pump their own
Exactly.
tires as their own brand. Nothing wrong with that. I respect it. But I really want to pump the tires for Jared and get his story out there. And I love that we're the show that helps do that. So
Oh,
Jared's
I'm so
doing
happy
that.
about
It's
that too.
sick. It's so sick.
Well, hey, I
pumped.
am hoping to be there to support him at the Vermont 100 coming up in a few weeks. So hopefully, I just need Jared. Reach out.
You might
Let
be
me know
on
what you
camera.
need from me. Oh well, I'll make sure to look my very best in with my I don't know
Your new 30s.
my racing stripe hairstyle and my
Right.
baggy eyes when I'm driving around trying to find him in this like absolute darkness. But Jared, I'm there for you.
Yeah. So, hey, let's talk a little bit about sponsors and partners because we actually failed. We dropped the ball. It's in my show notes. At least I have show notes, 6-star, but it's in my show notes.
Yeah.
My race tats, first off, thank you for your entire partnership. We're calling it the
Always.
Spring Partnership. He jumped on the end of March. He did all of Boston Weeks. He was our Boston Weeks presenting sponsor, our guest segment presenting sponsor, and sponsored the final 2 questions for all the
Mhm.
guest segments all the way until the end of June. This is our last My Race Tats presenting sponsor for the guest segment. But they're not done and they're not leaving. And we're wicked excited to have them sticking around for the summer series as they are the sponsor of our final 2 questions, which means
Mm-hmm.
we have a new guest segment sponsor, 6-star Erica. Do you want to break the news?
Coming up this summer for the On the Runs with Love series, our sponsor is going to be back in action chiropractic. Frank Abate, thank you so much for believing in us, and we're going to help get your name out there. We're so excited to have you. Thank you very much.
Frank, you are the man. And I'm so excited. You're going to see a few new things this time around, guys. I went to Frank's office. It's in Concord. It's incredible. It was so cool to see, like, it's a legit gym in there. So you don't just go
How
there and get your
cool.
back cracked. He does the whole rehab, and we talked to him at the show in Keene, and it's about getting your check engine light checked, right? Staying in action and getting you back in action. So throughout this series, you're going to hear a few different ad reads that we did in Concord. We even did a little 3-minute piece where I'm kind of trying to paint the picture of his office in the room, and he's talking back and forth with me. These are all going to drop spontaneously throughout the series. You might get a 30-second intro in the middle of the episode, maybe one in the beginning. In the outro, you'll probably get that 3-minute thing every time in the very end after the music. But Frank, what we're trying to do is promote you, and you're going to see this starting in the Summer of Love, or I keep calling it that, but the On the Runs with Love.
I love that name. It's so
There-
good.
There's going to be a link in the show notes, and we're also going to tag these in the stories and tag them. There's basically this form, and it's not like you're signing up for anything, but basically it's a form and a questionnaire, and there's going to be more on that, and we're going to talk about it throughout the series. And we want to encourage you guys to go and check out this form where you can, kind of like a Google Doc, and you share a few things. You type in, like, maybe there's a foot injury, maybe there's a leg thing or a back thing, and pretty much anything, lower limb or back to lower limb, he's going to keep you back in action. So stay in the loop, and when you see these links, we would love for you to click them and fill out the form, because that's going to do wonders for us. That's going to show our future partners that you guys are engaged. So if you see that, like, you're not signing up for a whole entire, like, give me your insurance info and social security card, just fill the stuff out, and you kind of, like, help us, we help you, we help our partners. This is incredible.
Frank wants to help you invest in yourself. That is one of the core principles that he has is you are worth investing in. So if you have recurring injuries, he's going to find the root cause and help you build back stronger, healthier. That's all he wants to do is just support you. So let's support Frank.
It's a runner's guide, to be clear. It's a runner's guide. So check this thing out. You're going to see it. And also you'll see the link if you ever want to get in touch with him. Again, his place is incredible. It's in Concord, right off 93. I drove up there from my house the other day. It took like 22 minutes.
Nice.
It's perfect centralized location. Like, people from Keene go there, people from Salem, people from Plymouth, Portsmouth. It's perfect. And he has another guy there who is really awesome. And we kind of share his story at one of the little 3-minute thing, because he came from all over. He's, like, from Georgia, but spent some time in Colorado, or maybe it was the Carolinas, and now he's up here because his wife is from here. So it's not just Frank. He has a team. The facility is beautiful. I'm going to start going soon. I'm going to be like, yo, listen, and I just always have minor back things. And the cool thing was, Frank goes to the Salem Run Club, and I ran with him, and we did not plan that. So it was awesome. It was awesome.
No,
Frank is
that's
incredible. Back in
invest
action.
in yourself, man. You got to invest in yourself.
Back in action, Cairo, New Hampshire. Check them out. They're awesome. And you're going to be hearing a lot from them. And also, one thing that's helpful for us, tell us if you like the way we're doing these ads. Tell us if you don't like them, or if you think they place better in the beginning or after, like maybe after the intro, but before the guest segment. I'm going to play around on all 8 episodes and tell me what you like, what sticks the best. But we also have a third sponsor for the series, 6-Star. Why don't you break the news on this one?
This one is one of my personal favorites. We have UFOs on board as a product sponsor. So special shout out to my cousin Jen, who is amazing. But
It's
she's
nice
gonna
knowing
be,
people. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't hurt, but she is generously giving each of our guests this summer a new pair of UFOs to help them recover from whatever their summer adventures are.
Yes. And let's clarify something here on the pod, because episode 240 was quite possibly the greatest opening 7 minutes of this podcast history, and also maybe the most uncomfortable, not just for the listeners, but for us. Let's assign this job to you. You're getting the sizes of everybody, and you'll send the order in, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a spreadsheet already going. I just need to get a couple addresses, but still early and I can get them from this point forward. So
Yes,
I got it
but
covered,
that's going to
man.
be 6 stars job. I think,
Oh, you guys
you
can
know,
come point
Ali
fingers
G
at me.
suggested we have more formalized meetings, and I think that is a smart thing. So we have expectations of who's doing what.
So speaking of our little tiff the other day, you
Yeah.
guys, I am no innocent party in this. I totally was egging him on all weekend
Oh.
long. So I don't blame you
She
for
was
blowing your
purposely
top.
pissing me off, guys.
I am no innocent party. But you also called me afterwards and apologized, which I appreciate. And I apologize too, because that's what we do. We argue, we fight, but there is love here. So
Well, I called
I try not
because
to do this
not
anymore.
only did I apologize, I offered to
Take
do the
Yeah.
whole thing over,
Yeah.
is what I offered.
And I was
And
just
you're
like, "Nah,
no,
whatever."
keep it. You're probably like, keep it because you look like a real asshole.
Well, that would have been your choice to take it down if you didn't like it. So you're like, this is gold. So
It was.
honestly,
yeah.
that's what happens sometimes. Him and I are just like, I get annoyed, he gets annoyed, we annoy each other, and then
What we
shit
should have
happens.
done was we should have talked before we hit record.
That probably would have been a little wiser, but hey,
Yeah.
it happened. So
Yeah, poor pterodactyl.
she literally could not shrink off screen fast enough. She's like, oh my God. get me outta here.
I do have clips of it. I just haven't had the time to post. Party
Yeah.
hack, by the way. So we have a graduation party going on right now, and there's like 30 people over. Everyone's been really awesome and respectful. It's my youngest niece's party, and also nephew. It's on Ashley's side. Years ago, we had one of these. It was awful, and I was like, we'll never do it again. And I swear Ashley says we'll never do it again, but she always does it every time. And it's probably going to go late. So what can sometimes be a problem is music. But I took the speaker and I started playing on Spotify a summer party playlist. Has a huge mix of everything that people like. But the nice part is no one's been like, oh, can I play my music? It's still playing right now as we're podcasting.
Oh, nice.
And I got my phone plugged in. And so I
Something for everyone.
I set the tone with the music. But at the same time, I've been off my phone. Like I have the ringer on silent. And
Yeah.
I wanted to make reels for Zach, like the Monday night teaser, which you're not going to see on Monday night. You're going to see tomorrow, like when this party's over, I make it. But I'll actually like schedule it to drop on Tuesday. And it's because I'm like, I don't want to stop the music because then someone, when the speaker did die, someone's like, what happened to music? I rushed to get the charger. And I'm like, I can't let someone else take over. I can't. So party hack, set the tone with the music if you are worried about what others are going to play.
If you want
especially, like,
mellow
volume-
stuff, you play the mellow stuff. Like,
Right.
if you want
Well,
a mellow
I
party.
mean, it has everything. It had Miley Cyrus. It had Snoop Dogg. It had like One Republic. It's had everything. And I've
Still
just
some
had the
chill
tone.
tunes.
Yeah, very chill. And it's been fantastic. A fantastic playlist, whoever created it. It actually said created for you. So I
So
think
then it's Spotify, that
Right, yeah.
algorithm. Oh, do you play that kind of stuff every once in a while for like Adeline or like?
No, it hasn't played like dance mode or anything. No.
Oh, wonderful.
But maybe it played one song. I forget. I haven't skipped any, but it's been a great playlist. And I
No
told them I'll be
complaints.
back by 8:30 to supervise. I'm the only one who's not like, well, actually, no, there's a lot of people not drinking, but some of the like Ashley's mom's here and her aunt's here. And I'm like, and her sister's here. And a lot of adults are here. And I'm like, I feel like I'm the only adult who hasn't had a sip of alcohol. And I don't
Gotcha.
typically do that anyways. I would have at the Gallop if the party happened or something, but
Well, we didn't.
no, I wouldn't have
actually-
because I had to drive all the way to Wilmington.
Oh,
Well, Tewksbury to pick up Adeline, but I
Oh,
went
yeah,
to
yeah,
Wilmington because gas was $3.35 in Wilmington.
you drove all the way to get more gas.
It was another mile and a half from the
Oh,
Tewksbury
that's not
location, but
bad.
I
Okay.
saw it on the Gas Buddy app. So
That's so funny. Well, we
So-
didn't actually do a party, so you didn't miss out.
I know. And I wasn't jealous of the picture because it was a smaller group. I do get
What
envious
picture?
some-
You were in it. I posted one today.
Oh, no, I'm talking
oh.
about at Pipe Dream or whatever. place we went to.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spyglass.
But
But yeah.
I mean, like, if it was a big party at Danielle's house or something, and I saw a group photo of everybody, I would have
We
been.
would have
really
been fighting
bummed.
again. Yep.
I would have. Well, no, because I still had to go places, but I would have been really bummed.
You
I would've
really
been like,
didn't
I
miss
missed out on
much.
that.
I had a few beers, but we were also there for like 5 hours, so it was chill.
Yeah. So couple notes, guys. We typically always take the summer off. our next episode will either drop Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm going on a 6-day camping trip, and it might very likely drop on Wednesday. That will probably be the first On the Runs with Love episode on Wednesday next week. Possibly Tuesday. But if
Hey,
you have to
don't
wait one more
stress
day, you
yourself
have to
out,
wait one more
man.
day.
Don't stress
The
yourself out.
producer and the editor is taking a little bit of me time.
He's loud.
After that, we will be at the Happy Hour Hustle on July 16th. That is, I'm calling it right now. And yes, I'm doing this on purpose because Tara Pterodactyl is saying she's probably not going to go because of a girls' night. Didn't invite the guys. That's probably going to be my birthday run. That's the closest run to my birthday.
So should I actually sign up then? I was gonna go and just hang
come
out
and
with
hang
you.
out
Okay.
after. I think
can do
Zach
that.
might come, our guest today. I think Zach might go to that
Well,
one.
good. Maybe I will get some content for you.
Unless we go to the Salem Run Club the week after, which is actually the day after my birthday. But I don't know if I'll be camping or something. So I do hope when we talked about it and we think our calendar's clear, we're going to go to the Salem Run Club on Thursday the 9th and then the Happy Hour Hustle on the 16th.
I think I
And
can
then
swing
I
those.
think, right, I think we will come back for like a Tro's only episode. At the very end of the month, we might bring on Letty. I know we teased that. We might bring on Running our Marathon Journal and talk about the news and do that at the end of every month. And then we'll tell you then like what we're doing in August because Erica leaves on the 24th and she's gone for over 2 weeks to Australia and New Zealand. And I won't talk to her once. I won't ask her to come on once. I might ask someone to co-host with me. I might ask more than one person. Like I might be like, try to fill in 2 or 3 weeks there because when you come back, you're going to be really messed up on your time schedule. And so maybe that Tuesday after Labor Day, I still have someone else co-host because you'll be messed up.
Hey, give me the option though. I just want the option and I will tell you if I am dead to the world.
Well, I'm thinking the option. Yeah, maybe that could be just like you and me talking about August and your trip.
That would be cool.
And maybe we bring on somebody to like question you too.
Sure.
Co-host.
But I am hoping to do a much better job because I am so excited about Australia. I don't even know all the stuff we're going to wind up doing there. We haven't planned out many of our trips, like excursions. Let's call them excursions. But it's going to be awesome. I am just so excited to see somewhere across the world that I haven't been before. I'm excited to share that.
You know, I might actually be there in October.
Are you what? Is this a work trip?
Yeah, I might. I doubt it. I doubt it. I absolutely doubt it, but it's been asked. Like, would I want to go? Because
And I hope the
guy
answer was
who did
absolutely.
trade shows, the guy who did trade shows
Yeah.
has been barred from going to trade shows.
Well, that
So-
sucks to be him, but that's pretty awesome for you.
I did look up flights. Like, it's crazy because I would actually be going to Perth, which is Western Australia.
Way. Okay.
Yeah.
So that if you've been listening to all of our 777 recaps in the past, that was one of the locations that they had.
That's right.
That's where they had those.
If I go, I'm going to go run on that route.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
not where does Joe live?
No,
Our
he lived
podiatrist
in
friend.
Adelaide, kind of like what would be the
Okay.
Texas of Australia.
Okay.
Like if you're looking at Australia.
Yep, I'm trying to
Yeah.
think. So Perth is over here, Sydney's on the opposite side, and then the little like bump out is Adelaide. Okay. The Texas. It's good.
For just like, okay, pretend we're in a meeting right now and we're talking about like expectations and what I want. When I say content on these trips, I actually just want like up to the minute story post. Like I'm not looking for you to do funny dances and posting reels. I
get
love
that.
the photo post you would do at the end of every day, which I happily will do for you. But I love the daily, hey guys, what's up? You know, not during the race. You don't have to do it during the race, but pre and post. And that's what I was really hoping for. And that's what I'm asking for in content is
Okay.
on the weekend story post of what we're doing. So
Story posts are a little bit easier. Oh, I guess it all depends on what I have for like internet and service because
That's true.
If I have to
That's
pay
true.
for it, that's gonna be could be.
you could always
expensive.
take the videos and then post them at night in the story. That's because I sometimes run into
I
that
feel
problem.
like
and I
that
just
is
take
an-
a video.
That's an easier way to do things for me. Like the way I did Chicago last year was when I was trying to unwind at night and we're watching TV in the hotel and I can be on my phone and I feel like I'm not missing anything. So that will I can at least guarantee I can do stuff like that.
Yeah. But
As
that
I
trip-
go. that might be
That
different.
trip, you're not required to do anything.
Why?
You're
Because
not
Tara's going to do it all?
expected. You're not expected. You're with family.
Oh.
But when you go to like, what's the big ultra you got coming up when you'll be there with Carolina?
Notchview. That's coming up in 2 weeks.
That's where I expect story updates.
There's just not the best service there. I will
Then
make it
you
work.
could
I will make
then-
it work.
I think Carolina will make it work.
We'll make it work. We'll make it
Yeah,
work.
yeah. What a year. No, not a year. It's not
What a
over.
half a
What
year.
what a first half of the year. So our biggest moments ever. We now have partners, like paying partners. We do more live shows from expos from City Hall Plaza in Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, God, it was amazing.
Post-race Boston Marathon party. Post-race party at a world major. We were a stage host early in the year. Boston Weeks was a huge success. We had Meb Kedflexky. God damn it. I can't say it again. I mastered it last April.
Koflesky.
Koflesky.
There you go. He did it.
What a first half of the year. Like, we started off with bare butt wipes, fittingly, and Cara D'Amato. And then we had Ultra Chad, and we had Liz Boyd. Then we had Catch Up to Cancer and Juliana from Runner. Kayla Zawerko, what a new amazing friend of ours.
She's so
Rika,
amazing. Oh.
right? Hannah did Tokyo. We did dabbled a little bit in triathlon again with the LA Triathlete. Like
Karen
Boston
was
Weeks.
so cool.
Right. Boston Weeks with Team Hoyt. The live show in Keene. And again, the BAA stuff, incredible. The last couple of months, just like we went all the way to Australia. And Jason with the Arizona Monster 300 and then Girls on the Run. Guys, I really hope I didn't sound like a douche or whatever last week in the outro saying like, guys this, guys that. I just want to pump the tires for the guys sometimes and support men's mental health.
Mm-hmm. It is
Well,
an important thing.
I love supporting the girls, and that was such a fun episode of Jennifer for Girls on the Run. Like, what a first half of the year. What a first half. Randy Zuckerberg, do you love how we never mentioned Facebook or her brother until the outro?
Mhm.
I had
There
a
was no
couple-
need. She's
There was
amazing
no
on her own.
need, and we
Mhm.
want to tell these people, we want them to feel like they can come on and just enjoy their conversation, not be like talked about that stuff.
Mhm.
And we had a couple people say like, that was a joke. That's not really Mark Zuckerberg's sister. I was like, even my sister thought that. I was like, yes, it was. A few people like, is that really? I was like, yes, it is. And they loved that episode. She was like
I love
a
her
hybrid
too.
she was like a hybrid of Amber and Brittany.
I know. It doesn't get any better.
Yeah.
All of them are amazing, but putting one little package is perfect.
Right. Incredible first half of the year, guys. Enjoy your summer. Enjoy the 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. 250 years. I'm proud of you. We're not perfect. I know some people are like, they're not happy or proud to be an American. I don't judge, but we are. And happy birthday, America. 250 years. You look incredible. 6-star, take us home.
Man, I hope you enjoy your camping trip. And if there's an episode a day late, it's not a big deal. But enjoy yourself. Enjoy the time off. And I hope you have great weather. I know a heat wave coming. But everybody
It's
out
going to be
there,
nice in the mountains. And
Oh, good.
Santa's Village has an epic water park.
there we go. Then even better. But
Yes.
everybody out there, thank you so much for listening. You know we love you.
Don't fear the code brown and have an amazing summer, everybody.
And don't forget to stretch.